What's up, YouTube? It's Matthew here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have Stefon. Stefon is from Atlanta, Georgia, and he's going to talk to us about his wholesaling real estate journey, just the ups and downs, the different deals he's been able to close within the past few months and whatnot, and how he's able to juggle a full-time job while wholesaling also. So before we go on, you all make sure you comment down below and just state what you appreciate about Stefon's story, what you've learned, and what you're going to implement into your wholesaling business. All right, Stefon, welcome to the channel. How are you doing today?
Man, I'm great, man. Thank you for having me on your platform, man. I've been watching your videos for a long time, and you're real out there doing it, man. That's what made me connect with you, because you're original, and I like all that you put out, for newbies, for people who, just going through things, trying to get through wholesaling.
Gotcha. Yeah, I appreciate that for sure. Yeah, Stefan actually reached out to me just by commenting on one of my videos saying, "Hey, I just closed this deal. I would love to share my story on YouTube, on your channel." And so if you all are in that position, comment down below, send me an Instagram DM and we can connect and set this up. But yeah, I do appreciate it. That's why I try to bring on the channel just transparency, just me going out in the field and looking for deals and whatnot. But yeah, so first, let's start off by just asking, how'd you first get into wholesaling? How'd you learn about it?
I learned wholesaling through a friend of mine, kind of by watching YouTube. He told me about wholesaling. I kind of knew about it, but I was like, okay. So kind of like in 2020, I started watching videos, your videos, a couple other people's videos as well. And that's what got me into it, just people, these big checks and stuff like that. So I was like, let me see what it's about. So that's what
Got
got
you.
me into it.
Okay. It's just so from a friend, and then that led you down the YouTube rabbit hole, which is wholesaling and whatnot.
Pretty
All
much.
right, and then you said that was in 2020.
Right.
Okay. So from, I guess, learning wholesaling, when did you actually start implementing what you learned and actually start working in wholesaling?
I could say right around when the pandemic kind of was stopping a little bit. I I had a full-time job. I was always working, so I kind of put it on the shelf and picked it back up in 2021.
Okay.
When I picked it back up, um, I was like, well, I'm try this and see how it goes, and you know,
Hmm.
just was like, yeah, I'm about to go full time in it. So that's what
Got
I did in
Okay.
2021.
2021. Okay. And so you say you're working a full-time job. What do you do?
I'm in construction field. Um, Mainly what I do is electrical contractor, commercial, things like that.
Okay. And so how are your hours working that, and have your hours shifted right now since you're wholesaling also? Like,
Right.
yeah, describe that.
Well, my hours are kind of long because we're in this construction field,
Mhm.
and the hours are 10 to 12-hour days. I try to get home and make a few calls or whatnot, but sometimes it be so late.
Mm.
So, cold calling, people really don't pick up the phone after 8 or 9 o'clock. So
Mhm.
I had to switch it up. I started texting while I was at work.
Mm.
So I do a lot of texting while I'm at work, and I get a lot of people, responding to my texts or whatnot. So the hours are long, but hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Hey, that's true. I mean, even if you're working on the job with another job, I mean, you got to do what you got
Right,
to do, like you said.
right,
But yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so you started 2021, and then you started cold calling, couldn't really do that, and then you started texting. All
right.
right, so let's get into, I guess, developing the story into getting your first deal. So, talk to me about like the marketing. When did you start marketing to this specific lead? And when were you able to get them under contract?
Okay. I started marketing to this lead in January, yeah, in January of 2021.
Okay.
January 2021.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm taking that back. It wasn't January, sorry. It was December of
2020
2021. Yeah, sorry about that.
of 2020.
2021.
Oh, December 2021.
Right, right,
Okay,
right,
okay, got you.
right. So
Okay.
I sent out a lot of texts, and I got this guy. He hit me back off the text, and once he hit me back off the text, he was telling me about the property. So while I'm at work, so I'm looking at my phone back and forth, texting with him. And
Mm.
after the text, he said, "Would you like to come out and take a look at it?" I was like, "Whoa," he wanted me to come out. So I let him know that I was local. So he was like, "Since you local, can you come take a look?" So I was like, "Sure, I can come take a look." So that Friday, when we was texting back and forth, I got off work late, around 7 p.m.
Mm.
Went to take a look at the property, and man, the property was a clean property. It was like nobody stayed in it. But he told me that the tenants just moved out, and he was a tired landlord, so he was looking to sell. He didn't want to rent the property anymore. So I was like, "Oh, okay."
Mhm.
So I walked the property, looked around, seen a couple of things, and we had a conversation after that. So we was talking about price wise and the condition of the property. So that's how that my first deal came about.
Okay, okay, okay. Awesome. So this was a text lead,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah.
And okay, so the motivation behind him selling is just that, hey, he's sick of being a landlord on this property, property's clean and whatnot, and he's looking to sell.
Right.
So with this particular property, so you're in Atlanta, was it like downtown area? What part of Atlanta would you say?
Not downtown.
No, yeah,
It
yeah.
was kind of like in the suburbs, like DeKalb County, Stone Mountain,
Okay.
Lithonia, in the Lithonia area. So
Okay.
that's why I pulled my list from Prop Stream, around in my area, because I wanted to be close to a property just in case that the seller said, "Hey, can you come out?"
Right.
Versus, being virtual, say like 45 to 60 minutes away from the property. So
Right. Okay, got you. And I guess for people in like larger cities, maybe they're in LA. I mean, I know Atlanta is really competitive, right?
right.
This guy probably got texts from a bunch of wholesalers. So, what advice would you give people in like bigger markets or just competitive markets to be able to get leads or get deals? Like, what are some things that they can do?
Well, what I'll say is just stay consistent, because in uh big market, you sometimes you feel like, "Oh, I can't do it." We got this person, open door, Zillow,
Mm,
blase, blase. But at the same time, if you stay consistent and text them or call them and just stay on the phone with them, hey, you can easily get that deal. You can easily um just get the deal,
right.
period.
Right,
Right.
right. No, it makes sense. I guess consistency is key for sure. And I think another thing is that you kind of, I mean, those areas are competitive, like you were you're
Oh
saying,
yeah.
but it wasn't like downtown. It wasn't like Atlanta.
Nah, nah.
So that helps a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you go see the property late, after work and whatnot. You saw it was a clean property. Um, they want to sell because they're just tired of being landlord. So talk to me about, I guess, what like the I guess negotiation. How much was he looking for this property? How much was he looking for the property? And how much was it worth?
Okay.
And yeah, everything like that with the numbers.
Well, I was kind of at work doing my due diligence on the property. I was trying, walking off, trying to see on Zillow what was the property worth, trying to find my ARV, the comps, and things like that before I got out to the property, so I can have some knowledge, about the property. So I get out to the property, talk with him, and he came to a price at 185. He said he wanted 185. So I'm like, okay, I didn't want to make it look like, wow, this is a good deal. So I was just being patient with him. And as we walked through the house, I kind of picked some picked certain things out, with the property, what was going on with it, condition wise. So
Mhm.
yeah, he wanted 185.
Okay, 185 for the property. And describe like the type of property this was. I know this was a rental. Was it a single family? How many beds and baths, and like
Uh,
how large the property
it
is?
was it was a single family. I think it was about 115 square feet, 100,
Well,
about 115 square
well,
foot.
115 is very small.
Right.
Maybe 1,000, maybe in the
Yeah.
thousands. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Sorry about that. Sorry
Right.
about
No,
that.
it's all good.
1,000.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, and then how many beds and baths would you say?
Um, it was 3 beds and 2.5 baths. He added a bedroom, so it made it 4 because he made the downstairs den into a bedroom.
Got you. Okay,
Right.
okay, okay. Makes
So it
sense.
was it was 3 at the top and the den which he converted into a bedroom at the bottom.
Got you. Okay.
Right.
All right. So he wanted 185 for the property, and you running your comps, what did you think that property was worth? I guess all
Um,
fixed up and stuff.
right. All fixed up, right at 240. It was 240 fixed
Okay.
up,
Okay.
renovated from top to bottom,
Okay.
240. But the property was already cleaned out. It was nice, painted walls. He did some work to the deck. He painted the house, everything. I was amazed. I was like, wow.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Got you. So 185 he was asking for the property, and then 240 ARV. So what would you say? What did you get it under contract at?
What's funny, um, that day he was asking 185. He told me that another wholesaler, well, not a wholesaler, somebody else called him about the property. And I was like, oh, okay. So he raised the price up on me. He was like, well, if you, yeah, he said, well, if you can do 190, we got a deal. So I was like, but my numbers, my numbers was dead on that it was a deal. So I was like, well, but we can't do this, but we can do that. I didn't want to make it seem like that it was a good deal to him, like he can
Mm,
get more out the property. So I told him that we can do the 190, but it would have to be sort of like you know, uh no owner's money down and stuff like
oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
But after I told him, I sent over the DocuSign and he signed it.
Hey, hey, I mean that's the way to go. I'm just thinking about it. I wonder if that was a tactic on his end. Maybe there wasn't really an offer, and
Matter of
uh
fact,
he
Biz,
just he just put 5 grand on top of it just to do that.
right. Matter of fact, Biz, I didn't tell you that he told me he used to be a realtor. So I was like,
Mm,
oh, okay. I
yeah.
was wondering, I kind of wondered why he didn't put it on the MLS since he was a realtor, but he told me that he stopped being a realtor and now he just do taxes. So
Wow.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, he definitely knows what he's doing. And I mean, with
Right.
marketing and advertising and just those
Yeah.
negotiation tactics and whatnot.
Right.
Okay, so you got it under contract at 190. Now walk with us to, I guess, the title company. So you bring it to a title company or attorney. How was the title work clean and everything? How was that?
The title was clean. Soon as we got it on, well, I got it on the contract. I sent it to my title company the next morning while I was at work again. But I sent it over to them. They got back with me. They let me know the title was clean. They reached out to the seller, talked with him, let him know that this was the type title company we was dealing with and things like that. So the title came back clean, perfect.
Okay. Okay, so that was a pretty easy transaction, it seems like. Okay, so you say you contacted, I mean, you got in contact with the lead, or you started marketing to this lead December 2021. When did you get it under contract?
I got it on the contract um February 2022, because that's
Oh,
when he reached back out to me. Because
okay.
in
Yeah.
batch leads, you could see the old text, and he reached back out to me. I was like, wow.
Mm, interesting, interesting. And if you all are interested in batch leads, you can check my link down below. And just support this channel. Use the link down below. All right. So okay, so you got it under contract February, and then time for closing. I mean, a time for finding a buyer and everything like that. How was that process finding the buyer, and what did you eventually put it under contract at with the buyer?
Right. Um, Finding buyers, it wasn't kind of hard, but because I was always looking for cash buyers, prior to finding the deal. So I was steady looking for cash buyers. I put it out on Facebook. I put it on Bigger Pockets,
Mm,
and right, I put it on Bigger Pockets because I heard somebody say, "Hey, you can put a deal on Bigger Pockets." So I signed up Bigger Pockets and put it on there. So, but my buyer came from Facebook
mm,
market, right?
okay.
So after I reached out to my buyer, um, I was asking for 205,
Mm-hmm.
but my buyer was like that they had too much going on, whatnot. And he asked me, could he bring me another buyer? So I was like, I was, kind of vetting him out on Facebook, and I seen that he has been doing deals and he been doing flips. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, whatever. I kind of brushed it off to the side. But 2 days later, he got back with me. He was like, hey, we talked 2 days ago, and I know you wanted 205, but I found a buyer for 215. I was like,
Mm,
what? 215. I was like, whoa, let's go. Like
right.
whoa, let's go. So he was like, do you mind JV? I said, I don't mind, split it, 50-50 whatnot, because, you know, it's
Right.
a deal. So,
Right.
numbers work.
Right.
And he found me a buyer. So we
Right.
end up finding a buyer, and Biz come to find out the buyer was a hedge fund.
Oh, okay, okay. So he has
That's why,
the inside scoop. He has those contacts with them.
right? It wasn't a regular buyer, it was a hedge
Right.
fund. That's why that 205 I was asking for a jump so
Yeah.
far. So
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, okay.
Okay.
So we end up joint venturing the deal. We stayed with my closing attorney,
Mhm.
and everything went through. We split the deal 50-50.
Hey, congratulations, man. A 25K deal. Go on. Go ahead.
Right. But like I said, the deal was a 25K deal, but we split it 50-50 was,
Right,
20.
right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Understand, understand. Hey, but that's still good. I mean, you were able to still find someone to help you find a buyer.
Right.
And I mean, the total profit was 25K, and you were able to split that. So
Right.
congratulations, man. Um, okay, and so I guess you closed that. When did you close that?
We closed March, March the 5th. That was
Okay,
March.
March the 5th. Okay, okay, decent, decent. Hey, congratulations. Okay,
Thanks.
so I guess from here on out, what has your business been looking like? I mean, from there on out, like, okay, you closed the deal March 5th. How's everything going? Are you like working more with that other JV partner, trying to do more
Right.
deals with that person? How's it looking now?
Right now, I'm just trying to scale and do more marketing, get more marketing out, because with a full-time job,
Mm,
I'm so busy in the day that once I get home to the home office, it's kind of late and things
mhm.
like that. So I'm really just trying to scale. I have two cold callers right now, which they calling right now, and it, it's about to get kind of crazy because I know the summer is here, and
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
sellers selling right now. So
Right, exactly,
it's looking
exactly.
good, biz man. Just trying to structure and scale, man.
Right, right. Okay, got you. So you have cold callers calling for you, and then you follow up with the potential lead.
Right, right.
Mhm.
They call for me while I'm at work, and when I come home, I just try to figure out, hot lead, warm lead, things like that.
Got you, got you. Okay, okay. Congrats. Well, I do see a lot more deals in your future, especially that you now hired a cold caller.
Oh
You
yeah,
use that funds,
right,
those funds to scale, to invest into your business. And then yeah. So I guess with this 12,500 that you got,
right.
what else are you investing in? Were you able to splurge a little bit? I always recommend, people to like, maybe use
Yeah,
$200 or something and do
right.
something that you want, or buy something you want.
Not really. I
Okay.
was just, you know, just not really.
Okay.
I haven't bought anything like that. I'm
It's just
just
in a bank account.
right. I'm just trying to scale, man.
Yeah.
I know all that stuff will come later, you know,
Right.
but
Right.
I'm just trying to scale, get some cold callers, send out more marketing,
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe some mail, some, postcards and things like that. So
Got you, got you. Okay, well, yeah, well, blessings with that for sure. It seems like, you understand delayed gratification, and all these things come later,
right,
like you're
right,
saying. Okay. So to leave off the listeners, what are some, I guess, one like a word of advice you would give to beginner wholesalers trying to get their first wholesale deal? Especially those who are working a full-time job, right?
right.
What are some practical things that they can do in order to juggle the two and also just get them closer to that first deal?
Well, what I'll say, first, first thing first, stay consistent. If you're gonna get into wholesaling and if you want to do it, just stay consistent. If you cold calling after you get off, cold call. But if you're doing text blasts, do text blasts. Kind of do one thing at a time, because I found myself doing this and doing that, and everything wasn't coming together. But when I focused on one thing, a lot of things started coming together. I started talking to more sellers and just getting other things on the contract that fell through the cracks. But
Mm,
you just got to stay consistent. I know you working a 9 to 5, long
mhm,
hours. I mean, you like, you want to quit, but let me tell you this, don't quit,
mm,
because at the same time, the 9 to 5 is fueling your wholesaling business. So,
mm.
I talk to a lot of people that say, hey man, why you still working or whatnot? Because I know that my job is fueling my wholesaling business. So, you know,
Exactly.
the, the day will come where, I'm gonna quit, but
Right,
right now,
right.
I'm just trying to stay consistent and focus on scaling my business.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's key. Yeah, that you said don't quit, because another thing is that while you're in your beginning stages of wholesale, maybe you get a few deals, but you come across this property that you want as a rental, right? And instead of just using hard money or private money where the interest rates are higher, you can go to a bank because you have 2 years of W-2 income. You have
Right,
this consistent income from your 9 to 5 job, that when you cherry pick a deal, you can hold it as a rental and get great financing directly with a bank.
right,
So
right.
that's key. That's key. Okay. All right, Stefan. I think the audience really enjoyed your story.
Appreciate it.
Um, let's say someone's around that area, around the Atlanta area. What are some what can they do to reach out to you? What can you give out some contact information if you want,
Yeah,
maybe an email or
yeah,
anything? And I'll put it down below in the description, you all, if you want to
yeah.
contact on.
If any newbies in the local area, Atlanta area, I'm in Atlanta. If you want to reach out to me, you got any questions and things like that, I can answer. Just reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, Stefon Rolex. That's Stefon Rolex. Facebook, or you can email me at mr.rolaxbuyshouses at gmail.com. So
Got you. Got you. All right, you all. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you all like, subscribe, comment down below, and make sure you reach out to Stefan so you all can JV some deals. All right, thanks.